Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sleepy Hollow.
We got an interesting episode for you this week because we're going to talk about random facts about things in life, maybe some nature, maybe something. Braun here is going to have to tell me whether these quote-unquote facts I'm going to talk to him about are true or false.
Right, you got to turn your laptop because I will cheat.
He's a cheater.
We talked about it last week.
he's a
You
born
cheat Monopoly,
cheater.
you do it.
You just
It
do
just
it.
happens.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. We already said
Exactly.
that. We're going to talk about these random facts. He has to believe them or not. If they're true, some of them a little cuckoo.
Random facts are like my thing. This is,
Well,
I tell you stuff all day, so this is like putting to test my big head of knowledge that
Your
I can't buy hats for.
plethora of knowledge you have over there.
Plethora.
So let's see what we got here today, Braun.
All right.
Because, you think you're so smart. Let's see how smart you really are.
Inquire of me.
Okay. Which state, this isn't really a fact, this is a question for you instead of a fact. Which state in the United States on the East Coast is closest to Africa?
Which state? It's got to be one of the Virgin Carolinas. No, Virginias. I'm going to say West Virginia.
Is that your final
That
answer?
is my final answer.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Maine is the closest U.S. state to Africa.
I'm going to have to look that up
It
later.
is.
I don't believe
Maine
that.
is 7,322 miles away from Africa, and that is the closest state.
That's too north to be to Africa.
Facts don't lie, pal.
No, but you might, so I'm going to check that
Facts
one
don't
later.
lie.
You guys check that one out. I don't believe that one.
Okay, Braun. You gotta believe it. The name Jessica was created by Shakespeare.
That is true. It wasn't one of the known ones. It wasn't
Okay.
Hamlet or
Name the
Julian.
play that he created the name
Oh.
Jessica in.
The worst is I actually had this conversation with my cousin Jessica at her apartment 2 weeks ago because she said she had read it.
And this guy doesn't even know.
It wasn't even a play I had heard of, so I can't give you that. But Shakespeare did make up Jessica. It was in a lesser-known play. It wasn't Hamlet. It wasn't
Called
Juliet.
The Merchant of Venice.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember
And
it.
that is where the name Jessica comes from. His big brain worked on that one, unfortunately. Okay, tell me if you can answer this, true or false. Anne Frank, Martin Luther King Jr., and Barbara Walters were all born in the exact same year.
Anne Frank, Barbara Walters, and Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King or Martin Luther King Jr.?
Jr.
Okay, so we think the civil rights movement was about the 70s. Who was the lady besides Anne Frank?
Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters. She's like 80 or 90 now.
She does the interviews with the famous people.
Anne Frank was, I think she was like 12 when she died. And when was World War II? World War II was before the 50s. So they'd had to have been born in like the 40s. Martin Luther King died in his 40s or late 30s. So I'm saying all these people were born in like 1940, 1930 something. So I'm going to say it's true.
You're going to say it's true?
Yes.
It is true.
Yeah! Math
But-
never fails until it does.
They were born in the year 1929.
29. So I had 30s. I was pretty
You
close.
were close. But that's pretty, if you think about that, though.
Like,
Anne Frank.
She was like 12. The other guy was like 40. And now this lady's like
And
ancient.
she's still chucking along.
She's still on TV. We have years to go.
Yeah.
If we grow as old as her and we're still doing this, we will have done this for like 90 years. Because what is she, like 170? Holy crap.
Here's a one that I might be able to stump you with this fact
All right.
or fiction over here, okay? Is it possible for hippos to have pink milk?
Hippos have pink. You can milk a hippo?
For their babies, when they have babies, hippos produce milk to feed
Hippos
their
are
kids.
scary. I wouldn't even want to get close to even try to study this. Hippos, pink milk.
Do it, Is it possible?
Well, the things that flamingos eat make them pink.
Mm-hmm.
But hippos don't eat the same thing that flamingos eat.
They sure don't, because they're a lot bigger.
Hippos eat other hippos. They're huge. Like, they eat marbles. They're hungry.
They eat bigger marbles. They eat boulders, is what they're going for.
Bowling balls are their midnight snack.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, because of how obscure it is, I'm going to say it has to be true. but I don't think it is. But I'm gonna stick with true.
It is true.
Yeah,
Okay.
against my better judgment.
Hippo's milk can be pink because there are two acids that the hippo naturally produces. They use it as a sunscreen and then as an antibiotic to protect themselves from harmful bacteria.
I thought that was the birds on their back. Or no, that's bugs.
And then
Bugs.
this color of this is clear, like there's no color to it. And then for some reason the sun turns it orangish red, and then sometimes it leaks into their milk, turns it pink. The white.
I got chills. That was disgusting.
Yeah, well,
I did not need to know
hippos
that.
have pink milk, just so you know.
Well, now we've all disturbed you in your day.
Okay, here's an interesting one. Did Woody from Toy Story have a last name?
The cowboy.
The cowboy.
Duh, Woody the cowboy. That's what I'm
You're gonna stick
I'm
with
gonna
Woody
stick
the cowboy.
Wait. Oh, I can see in my head the 8-year-old me watching the movie. And I can see him in the box that the crazy guy put him in.
Well, I'm gonna combine these two.
Okay.
Woody's last name and Mr. Clean's first name.
Mr. the Cowboy? Is that
No, not together, separately. Woody's last name from Toy Story and Mr. Clean from the soap.
Yeah, the guy
His
with the
first
Howie
name.
Mandel ear.
Yeah, exactly that guy.
I don't know this one.
You gonna give me a guess, maybe?
I gave you a guess.
We
The
got Woody the Cowboy, and what about Mr. Clean?
The Cowboy.
The Cowboy too.
I have no answer for this.
Woody's name is actually Woody Pride.
Oh, you could have seen that from another cowboy. Charlie Pride. No, that's a singer. It's sad I know that. Thanks for ruining my life, Grandpa, for telling me about Charlie Pride.
Mr. Clean's full name is Veritably Clean.
Retably?
Veritably.
Veritably clean.
Exactly.
That's a dumb name.
Mr. Clean's got to have a name, right?
Mr. Clean.
Because it's Mr. and then your last
It's like
name.
Mr. Wilson on Home Improvement.
Exactly.
Does he have a first name? Mr.
I
That's his
don't
name.
know. Okay, here's an interesting one for you. Are carrots purple?
Are carrots purple? There's a lot of people that mess with the genetics of food.
They do. They can.
Is this naturally purple or is it genetically
was.
mutated?
Or was it?
Is it a radish or rutabaga? I don't even know what rutabaga is.
A radish is purplish.
It looks like a
not
carrot.
So much.
So
There's a carrot. Is carrots
I don't
purple?
think that you could make this up. So I'm gonna say it's
I
true.
know, you could.
I'm gonna say it's true.
It's true. In the 16th century is until they grew carrots that were purple. And then they took it said the mutant strands from the purple carrots that were orangish, and they sliced those up, smashed them together, planted them, and that's where they got the orange from.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first case of genetic mutation.
17th century.
I thought you said 16th.
Well, the 16th, and then finally by the 17th, they had them growing just orange.
People messing with carrots. You don't do that.
Why you gotta? Who wants to eat a purple
You
carrot?
gotta start messing with dinosaurs. I'm all for a real life Jurassic Park.
I don't.
If you're watching this and you've got money, give me a call. I'll fund you. My $20 I have in my pocket.
I don't think we want to mess with dinosaurs.
Well, they were messing with stuff and it turned out good for all of us.
You saw the end of the movie, right?
No. It's just like Jurassic Park, good idea.
It's-
Have a t-shirt.
But you gotta watch the end of the movie to understand why. It's
To understand
bad.
how it's changed the lives of a million of people like Disneyland.
Clearly, we're going nowhere with this because he's just Jurassic Park is great. I mean, whatever, right?
Exactly.
To continue on, is a vending machine more likely to kill you than a shark?
Yes. I think that's the same kind of question like in the late 90s and early 2000s of is a TV more likely to kill you? I've seen people on Vine they're shaking a vending machine like, I'm gonna get a treat.
You're gonna
this
get
is gonna
that
be great.
Skittle bar
And then
or
they get crushed
Skittles
by
out.
a car. It's like the weight of a car, and you idiots are shaking it for a 25-cent Snickers or whatever. I don't even know what they cost. I don't like them.
75.
75-cent Snickers.
They're not
yes.
cheap.
And now there's more vending machines than sharks, so you're probably more likely, even though they don't convert it right.
You're twice as likely to get killed by a vending machine than a shark.
But to get killed by a vending machine, you must be twice as stupid as a man
Like
that
your
gets
brain
killed by
power,
a shark.
your brain power's just not working at all because
Guy gets killed by a shark just because he nibbles on his leg
That's
while
a
he's
cool-
surfing.
that's a cool story.
You're an idiot trying to rip off a
In
vending
your obituary,
machine.
you can say you got in a fight with a shark and died.
This other
If
guy.
you get killed by a vending machine, a candy machine fell on top of me and I died.
It's like
Because I could
the
have
vending machine got me before diabetes did.
Exactly. Okay, Braun. In the nursery rhyme, you know nursery rhymes, correct?
Yeah, Mother Goose.
Not Mother Goose. We're going to talk about a different one.
Jack be nimble. Jack be
Is
quick.
Humpty Dumpty an egg?
I know this one. He is never in the nursery rhyme ever depicted as an egg. People have just decided that he's an egg because he fell down and broke his crown, and they're thinking like, man, you picture a guy on a wall, falls down and breaks his crown. That's a little gruesome. Let's give him the idea of an egg. I think it's a better way to have it as an egg, but he is not an egg.
Nope. Not once in the entire nursery rhyme is it mentioned that Humpty Dumpty is an egg.
I like it in the version of Shrek, though.
Whatever works, right?
Yeah, I like that little guy, even though he's bad.
He's naughty. Here's an interesting one. When the first Star Wars movie came out,
Oh, I love Star Wars. I'm a nerd.
was France still executing people with a guillotine?
France executed people until like 1972. So, no, where was it? The 80s. Star Wars came out in the 80s. I'm going to say, I don't think you could have made this one up. So I'm going to say it's true that they were still executing people. It wasn't common. It wasn't like you sneeze out of turn and they send you to the public square. But
Or were they? I mean, maybe you did something they didn't like. You looked kind of
no,
funny.
they're too much into that City of Love kind of stuff. So yes, they were still executing people when Obi-Wan was teaching Skywalker the ways of the Force.
When the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope, came out, France was still executing people with a guillotine.
I don't see why they would have stopped before unless they got lightsabers and they could execute with lightsabers.
I mean, they should have watched the movie. It would have been a lot easier just to kill people that way if they were that bad, right?
Lightsabers.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to focus again.
Okay, this is our last and final one. Okay. Is the actress Betty White older than sliced bread?
Yes, I immediately when you said Betty White, I knew it had to be sliced bread because like there are people like my grandparents and stuff say it's cooler than sliced bread. It's like you had to be around for unsliced bread.
I don't know.
So yes, Betty White is older than sliced bread.
Okay, if she's older than sliced bread.
Oh man, you keep tagging onto this.
Oh yeah, I have to tag on to make you feel like you can be smart, keep you on your toes. If
I'm in a
Betty
chair.
White is
sitting in a
older than
chair.
sliced bread, what year was sliced bread invented?
Betty White is she's in her early 90s, I think.
I don't know. Is she?
I think she's in her
What do I
early
know?
90s. Who was the lady we talked about in the beginning with Anne Frank and Martin Luther King?
Barbara Walters.
Barbara Walters, because she's crazy old too, but she's not like Betty
She's
White.
not older than sliced bread.
No, so she was born in 29. Betty White is older than her and older than sliced bread. I'm gonna give Betty White a birth date of like 1926.
1926. Is that your final?
It's as good of a guess as I'm gonna come to.
I'm gonna take it, even though it's not correct. She was born in the
25.
year 1922,
Oh,
and sliced bread wasn't invented until 1928. She was 6.
that's a long time.
I-
She saw, like,
I don't know what I would do with unsliced bread,
slice it. It's what you did before.
but that's all what you grew up with. All I bought was sliced bread. I
What do you
didn't
do
have to slice
with
it
homemade
myself.
bread?
I don't eat it.
Oh, jeez.
Don't like it.
All right. Thank you guys for watching all these random facts and have Nico test my knowledge on all of these.
Because he thinks he's smart, and I guess today he proved it.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.